You know, let's be honest, all of you guys already know the drill. You know what we're doing today. We're destroying some servers. I have recently made a video covering how strong the F117N actually is without actually upgrading it. But today I will be putting this vehicle into a practical usage, and I decided to also fully max it out at its full potential. So today we are going to be absolutely beating the server because that's what you guys know I like to do. Anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I gotta admit, the first thing here is that the animation of the wings is actually incredibly sick, and I very much love it. But the second we get into the server, there is already a guy that crashed into a helicopter. Pretty interesting. This is our daily thing that happens. First fire and forget missile was fired, and if I will be lagging today, by the way, guys, do let me know in the comments below how bad it is. But I really hope it's not gonna be that bad, because this vehicle, since it's so incredibly fast, it also can be incredibly laggy just because the map takes ages to actually load in. Anyway, let's just fire all the missiles at this guy, and unfortunately they are still kind of dementia missiles, but again, you guys will have to fight your opponent at longer ranges to actually make these missiles a lot more useful. So I feel like this vehicle is kind of just going to be a great dogfighter in terms of fighting really any plane, but however, the missiles are not going to be the greatest in terms of plane fights. However, if you guys are going to be ambushing your enemies from a distance, that's when the topic completely changes. Alright, so there is a Mangusta. Let's just start firing some missiles at him, and this vehicle was able to literally two-shot it. Okay, that is absolutely insane over here. I mean, the video was not lying. This vehicle does 2 to 3 shot helicopters, which is just insane considering its turning speed is just as great. Alrighty, so there we have ourselves the F-18. Let's see how many missiles it's actually gonna take to kill this guy. So this is missile number 2, and then the missile number 3 would have probably killed his plane, but of course, like always, people have to jump out of their planes because this is literally their #1 thing to do in War Tycoon. But it's okay, because there is literally a tank on the ground right here. Let's just take care of this guy, and I don't think his APS reacted fast enough. I think I actually ended up hitting him with all of these missiles. So this guy pretty much should be dead, and I guess he died to the explosion because he didn't get out of his vehicle, even though he had so much time. Alrighty, so the next target over here is a little bird. I'm really curious, will it get one-shotted? Okay, it doesn't get one-shotted, but it does actually get two-tapped. I'm not very surprised about this. It just died pretty much in the same way as the Mangusta, but holy moly with these missiles. They are actually tracking a lot better than what they were before as well, which I'm also really glad about. Even though they do actually forget the enemy when they're like very close, but most of the time if you're going to be shooting from long ranges, the fire and forget missiles should actually end up hitting. So there we have ourselves a Mustang. I feel really bad actually killing this guy, but you know what? I kind of have to do it because it's free kills, and you guys do know that I do love collecting free kills. But before, okay, never mind, this guy just killed himself, so I'm not even gonna collect his kill. But instead, I will be destroying this low stud with all of these missiles, and the guy is already pretty low. However, from what I can see, is that this guy definitely fully maxed out his low stud. So let's just go ahead and take him down right up straight away here. Alright, let's just fire all the missiles, and then the guy is pretty much dead now because I just destroyed his vehicle, and let's just kill him in just a second. Okay, there it is. He just died, and he once again did not get out of his vehicle, even though he had the time due to his blowout funnels. Anyway, alrighty, there we have ourselves another plane. Let's just start working on this guy. He's not gonna be able to even pull up. Oh, he will. Okay, well, he's already low on health, so I'll just be able to finish him off right here. He's even being shot by stingers. Well, this is a pretty easy kill, and the guy just jumps out at the perfect time. Like always, our typical average War Tycoon player. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take care of this guy, which also has another plane. If my shots will actually connect, what is going on with this game? I don't really understand how the shots are just not connecting at all, but these fire and forget missiles were actually able to shred the guy, and there was once again another person near the gas station, and someone to my right, I believe that is. Okay, yeah, there is a guy to my right, and he is using the DeLorean. I really wonder if these fire and forget missiles will actually work on the DeLorean. Okay, I actually got some very good shots on this guy. Let's just fire one, and it actually did end up tracking him. Okay, so this is some information that will be really useful for you, because if there's anyone that is very annoying and just flying around you with a DeLorean, I guess that's also another way to take care of them. Fire and forget missiles with this vehicle. Let's go ahead and actually take care of this plane as well, because I can easily just be able to outturn him in a fight. But before that, I will fire one missile at him that ended up connecting. I'll fire another one, and I'll fire just one more, last one, and it did actually end up not connecting because the guy was just a little bit too close, but I'm gonna be able to outturn him, so this fight to me is pretty much just free, and I won it. And there it is, the last missile, and the fight is over. Man, I freaking love these fire and forgets. They're not always super accurate, but most of the time they are going to end up hitting. And that's another thing that's really OP about this vehicle. Okay, this guy really thought he could take me down with the Patriot. Unfortunately enough, the stealth is just a perfect counter to any type of anti-air vehicle. Bye-bye, bro. I feel really bad. No, I don't. You are spamming anti-air vehicles. Okay, this guy must have maxed out the health of his Patriot because I ended up hitting him there actually quite a lot. But that's fine. It's not gonna make a difference unless there's going to be another vehicle on me which is going to stop me from actually attacking this Patriot, and this is what I hate over here. Let me actually take care of this guy first. Hopefully there will be no missiles incoming, because if there are, then I'm pretty much in a very terrible spot. And if the shots actually end up connecting, that would be pretty nice game. I would appreciate that quite a lot. Hello? Hello? Game? Okay, what is going on? Okay, I'm just gonna fire missiles at this guy. I guess I have to do that instead. Alrighty, here we have ourselves our next opponent. Once again, another helicopter. Let's just obviously take care of this guy, and once again the fight is over before it even began. Once again, another heli. Here we have ourselves the alligator this time. Let's just fire 2 of the missiles at him. Let's just end up doing some good damage to him, and then I can just finish him off with the main cannon. Okay, this guy's going in a straight line, making it very easy for me to actually hit him with the cannon. I don't know why he does that, but that was not a very smart strategy. He should have just hid behind flares and went all the way down. Alrighty, once again another helicopter, the little bird. Let's see how many missiles it's gonna take. I know the count is obviously going to be 2, and once again, fight is over before it began. There's also a DeLorean in the distance. I really do want to find out, was my theory about it correct? Can we actually kill the DeLoreans with fire and forgets? Well, there is only one way to find out, and we can. Okay, this is a 100% confirmation right here. You can easily also kill the DeLoreans, but you guys can clearly see the cycle that's going on here. I am just shredding everybody, and the fight is just over before it even starts. Okay, there is one thing I have still not seen in this video. That is the B-29 bomber. Let's see how these fire and forget missiles will deal with it. And looks like that all of them were easily able to take it down, but I believe that some of them ended up just not hitting because the vehicle was already dead and out damaged like easily. Holy moly with how good these missiles actually are. Alrighty, so there we have it, the USS Independence, one of those targets which will be a lot more difficult to fight. However, fortunately enough, I have the stealth, so I can just easily deal with this guy without any type of problems. So I'm just gonna keep on running away from him and just doing the stealth strategy, and the guy literally cannot do anything. He already ran out of ammo with his main cannon, so I can just come back around. The Sierra won't actually end up hitting me, so I'm just gonna stay away from his 1.2k lock-on range, and I can just continue to fight like this. Alrighty, and the fight is over. Yeah, this is pretty much the only way that you guys will be able to counter ships effectively without getting inside of them or doing any other things. It's just you have to abuse the range of your plane. If you do manage to do that, then you can just easily take care of really any type of ship. Alrighty, once again, another tank to take care of. I don't know why these people just stand still, or why every single tank today just stands still, but the fight is over once again. This is how easily you can just take care of these vehicles on the ground, man. Like, even their APS probably won't save them. Alrighty, this F-22 is trying really hard to actually kill me, but fortunately enough, I just have the fire and forget missiles. I could have just out-turned him there, then and there without a problem, but you know, why would I not use the missiles? You know what I mean? It's just so much more fun to do. And there is also an F-18 to easily take care of. So many free kills, man. Oh my god. This guy with the F-22 really thought he could kill me in a circle fight, but he really did forget that all it takes to also win the fight when you're in kind of like a stalemate situation is just to use strategy. Alrighty, once again another plane, vehicles that I love absolutely destroying in this video, and the fight is over. Unfortunately, the guy, of course, needs to try his best to literally take me with him. And by the way, I just decided to go into veto. Okay, that was the weirdest lag that ever happened to me in a while. Anyway, guys, for the time being, I think I had enough. This video was actually really fun to go ahead and record, and I haven't felt so refreshed by using a plane in a while. I don't know why, but this plane just feels like an F-22, but better. However, in the next video, I will be using the M1A2 Abrams, and we'll just be seeing how good it actually is in practical usages outside of the damage test. Let's just go ahead and have some fun. But yeah, for the time being, I'll see you guys next video. Have a great day, and thanks so much to my channel members.